So now chemical equation. So what is chemical equation? So there are so many definition, but according to my concept, the chemical equation is a shorthand form of chemical change. Chemical equation is the shorthand form of chemical change. You can also say it is the chemical equation is the result of chemical change in which the reactant, that's why I use some different color, that reactants and the product are represented by symbol or formula. So what is chemical equation? The chemical equation, it is the short form of chemical change. It is the result of chemical change in which the reactants and the products are represented by symbols and formula. So symbols, when you use symbol, when there is elements, and formula when there is a compound. So this is the definition of chemical equation. Suppose A and B, this one element and this one compound, formed C and D. So this left hand side is known as reactants. This left hand side is known as reactants. And this right hand side is known as product. If one product, then only C. If more than one, then you use a add plus sign. Two products are formed. When A and B, two reactants are reacts, C and D, two types of product form. And this arrow gives the direction that A and B is the reactants and C and D is the product. So it is the short form of chemical change in which the reactants and products are represented by symbol and formula. So now you use symbol and formula. First one, very easy. The symbol of carbon is C and formula of hydrogen is H2. Yes, molecular formula. Or I can say oxygen, O2. So these are the reactants. Carbon and oxygen are the reactants. When they react, carbon dioxide is formed. So this is the chemical equation in which a chemical change is formed. The reactants and the product are represented by what? By symbol and formula. C is the symbol of carbon, O is the formula of oxygen, O2, O2 is the formula, and CO2 is the formula of CO2. One more, H2 plus O2, 2H2O. So hydrogen is molecular formula of hydrogen, it is the molecular formula of oxygen. They are the reactants. After reacts, water formed. Okay. So this left side is reactants and the right side is the product. Left side is the reactants and the right side it is the product. Clear? Now, in chemical equation, one reactant produce two products. Two reactants produce two products. Two reactants produce three products. So many examples are there. So now we discuss. So this is what we can say: two reactants, one product. Two reactants, one product. One reactants, two product. Calcium carbonate, CaCO3. On heating, it's become CaO and CO2. So this is the reactants, and products are calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay. Two reactants form one product. Two reactants form one product. Here one reactants form two product. Some more example you can take. Two reactants and two product. Very easy. Zinc plus H is H2SO4, formation of hydrogen. Zinc plus H2SO4, ZnSO4 plus H2. Here two reactants, zinc and sulfuric acid, and two product is formed, ZnSO4 and H2. So this is one more example. Two products and two reactants and two products. Two reactants and three or more than three products. So we take an example that copper Cu plus H2SO4. Cu plus H2SO4 gives CuSO4 water and sulfur dioxide. CuSO4 water and sulfur dioxide. So here two reactants produce three products. Here two reactants produce two products. Here two reactants produce one product. Here two reactants produce one product, and one reactants produce two products also. So these are the example of chemical equation. Again, a chemical equation is a short form of a chemical change in which the reactants and the product are represented by symbol and formula. Clear? Now, balancing. So balancing is very important, and I know you student are face so many difficulties during balance the equation. So I'll make a special video on how to balance chemical equation, and special video, you know why? Because in this special video I will give you some tricks how to balance chemical equations. Okay, so I now discuss about the chemical equation, just step of the chemical balancing. Okay, so next one special video for balancing. Here I will give you some tricks, some idea how to solve. This is not given in your book. In your book it is given hit and trial method or partial method. So that is very difficult. Sometimes hit and trial method is easy, but I will give you special tricks. Then it is very easy for you. Interesting also. It's not given in your book. I have some tricks, an idea how to balance. Okay, so I'll make a special video on balancing. So next I go to the concept, the topics of chemical equation. Okay, so two terms more we can understand now. So if a chemical equation is balanced, here H2 and O2, so you use 2H2, so 2 are 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. It is balanced. Okay, if it is not balanced, then it is known as skeleton equation. When if not balanced, and if it is balanced, then it is balance equation. If it is not balanced, then it is skeleton equation, and if it is balanced, then it is balance equation. Now I am going to the limitation and the information provided. What are the information provided by a chemical equation, and what are the limitation? We have to discuss about it. So I am making a 2 column for this, then it is easy to understand. Okay. For easy understanding, I am doing like this. Thus here the information, and here you use limitation. What are the limitations? And these are the information for chemical equation. So if I use chemical equation, the information, first for information it tells us first one, it tells us about the reactants and product information. It tells us, write like this, it tells us about the reactants, I use short form, and product. That means, suppose I use hydrogen and oxygen. So what do you use? Hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, and it is from what? Water. So it tells us what are the reactants, hydrogen and oxygen, that is that these are the gases, and what is the product form? Water, that is liquid. So these are the information we gathered from this chemical equation. How to make a water? So by checking this, the hydrogen, we take hydrogen and oxygen, then water is formed. So the information given by the equation. So this is the chemical equation, nature of the reactant and products, the information we gathered from this chemical equation. The nature of the elements and radicals, yes, can write the nature of the element, nature of element and the radicals. Sodium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal, metal, non-metal, reacts NaCl form, plus minus. Here we use plus minus. Okay. So sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. The nature of the product you can understand. Without giving the information that this is M and this is Nm, we can easily understand. Sodium, metal, chlorine, non-metal. The state of matter also. It tells us the state of matter. State of matter also. The information we gathered from a chemical equation. One more information we can gather here, the direction of reaction. The direction of reaction. That means only one arrow, these are the reactants, after arrow these are the product. Like this, okay, then it is reversible. So by this sign we can clear that it is a reversible reaction or irreversible reaction, like this. Okay. So these are the information we gathered. The chemical equation tells us about the reactant and products, the nature of the elements and the radicals, state of matter and the direction of radicals. And what are the limitation? We cannot getting the information. That means the limitation, the chemical equation does not tell us about the time. Suppose you take carbon and oxygen and it forms CO2, or suppose you take N2 and hydrogen, it's formed NH3. I use some skeleton equation, that means not balanced. So here you not write after 30 minutes this ammonia NH3 is formed. After 45 minutes carbon and oxygen reacts and carbon dioxide is formed. The timing is not given there. Only know that C plus O2 makes CO2, H2 plus O2 makes water, but at how much time? 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, in 5 minutes, how much time? It cannot given the time. This is the limitation. Inform cannot tells us about the time, how much time it's take. One more. Limitation, one is clear. So what about other? You can also make the limitation. What chemical equation not tells us? It cannot tells us about what? The concentration. You can say the concentration. The concentration. That means both the reactants and products, how much density I take, very less or very low, chemical equation not tell. Carbon, what type of carbon you use? Sir, carbon is one type, yes. Suppose if I say coal plus oxygen forms carbon dioxide and heat, and what do you do? This is the formula for coal, this is the formula for carbon, because coal is a form of a carbon. But there are, in geography you know, coal is a 4 types. What type of coal you use? That means the concentration, the density, more carbon is there, less carbon is there. So what do you do? So that means the concentration, the limit, it cannot tell us about the concentration of the product and the reactants. During the reaction, change in the color. During the reaction, change in color cannot tell us, that is the limitation. Cannot tell us it become blue or red or green, what happened? You cannot find here. In equation, we not write CO2 in black color, ammonia in yellow color, not write a colors. That means during the change in color it cannot tell us. These are the limitations. 4. Completing the reaction. Completing the reaction. Chemical equation does not tell us, do not tell us about completing the reaction. Is the reaction is complete or further go ahead? Cannot tell us. Again, very simple example we take. C plus O2, coal plus oxygen forms CO2. How much coal you take? As much coal you take, as much carbon dioxide is formed. So reaction is complete, not given. It is the, these are the limitation. In chemical reaction, light energy also form. You can easily say burning of coal. Again I say use burning of coal. So C plus O2 forms CO2. If it is coal, then what? CO2 is formed. Heat also release and light also release. But in chemical equation, C plus O2 is equal to CO2. Then what about the heat and light? So it cannot tell us about the heat and light. When magnesium reacts with oxygen, form magnesium oxide, and it is very vigorous reaction. Spontaneous reaction. Why? Because magnesium is highly reactive metal. Burning of crackers. In crackers we use magnesium. Okay now. Then crackers means in Deepavali we are use some crackers. So in that fireworks, magnesiums are used, calciums are used, highly reactive metals, and in presence of oxygen they burn. So this is a reaction. The Mg plus O2, 2MgO. But there is a sound produced, light produced, because they are vigorous reaction, vigorously react with each other. Highly reactive metals, that's why they are vigorously react. But we cannot gather the information about this. What type of sound they produce, how much sound they produce, how much light they produce. We cannot find this. So these are the limitations. So information and limitation of chemical equation we also discuss.